Hey YouTube, what's going on? My name is Austyn, and today I'm going to be talking about the reality of running your very own vending machine business. So I started vending back in October of 2019, and I ended vending in around March of 2020 because that's when coronavirus hit. It wasn't a very long run, if I'm being honest, but I'm going to tell you right in this video everything that I learned from that few-month journey. So first of all, when I started vending, I started with 4 triple head machines. They're machines that take 3 different candies. That's why it's called a triple head. And pretty much you put in a quarter, you vend it, and you get some candy. Towards the end of my vending career, I moved mostly over to gumball machines because the profit margins were a lot better, but I'll get into that later. I didn't have any of the big vending machines, like the ones that you put $1 in and they give you a can of soda or something like that. I was strictly with candy and gumballs. So with that out of the way, let's talk about the first thing I learned, which was you have to be very good with your words in the vending machine business. When you try to get a location, when you speak to business owners, you can't go up there and start stuttering. When I would go out looking for vending machine locations, I would get super nervous. You know, I had a script rehearsed in my head, but right when I started talking to the owner, the script just got flipped and I was terrible with my words. You can see in some of my older videos, I'll probably play a clip right now.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. What's up?
My name's Austyn. I'm a high schooler at South Valley High, and I just like, hustling, making money and stuff. I have a little vending machine business, like the one where you put a quarter in and then earn it. I was wondering maybe I could put one here for your
What do you get out of it? The vending machine, I meant. Like a quarter, and what comes
quarter,
out?
I have Skittles on one side, Mike and Ike's on the left, and then in the middle I have gumballs.
Oh, gosh, I don't even know where you can store it.
I can maybe put it right there. I mean, it's pretty small. It's like probably this tall.
Yeah, I'm not the decision maker.
Okay.
You would actually need to talk to Curtis, the owner himself.
Okay.
Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings before 12:30.
Okay.
He'll be here. All right.
Thank you. But I wasn't very good with my words. My pitches were terrible, and that's why I only picked up 2 locations in which I did not know the business owner beforehand. You have to be super good with your words when you're vending. You have to be able to establish relationships and do it fluidly, or else you're gonna fail like I did. The second thing you gotta do when you run a vending machine business is you have to do an extensive amount of research ahead of time. I did very little research and I jumped into it. You have to understand what type of candy you can buy in your area and for what price, and have that exact fact determine which type of vending machine you get. I started with a bunch of bulk candy machines, ones that I put Mike and Ike's, M&M's, Skittles in. What I didn't know is that in my area, those candies are very expensive. I believe for each vend, I was releasing 0.7 ounces of candy or 0.5, somewhere around there. And at that, with the cost that I paid for my candy, it was around 13 cents for each vend that I would spend on candy. And that is terrible considering that the customer pays 25 cents to get that single vend. If I were to have a Sam's Club nearby, that could drive the price of 13 cents per vend probably down to like 5 cents or a little under 7, which would greatly increase the profit margins, but I didn't do that research ahead of time. That was my fault, and I took the losses for that. If I were to take a better approach and I would have done my research better, I would have realized that gumball machines would have been the way to go in my area, because gumballs are super cheap wherever you are in the United States. So I should have gone that route. The next reality is that you have to understand the pros and cons of your vending machine. The vending machine I had, which was the triple head vending machine, I don't know the brand because I bought it off some guy in Craigslist. There was an issue with it. This specific model was very easy to cheat candy out of. All you had to do was put in a quarter and then crank it a bunch of times and more candy would come out. So now instead of profiting, 12 cents a vend, I was now losing money because they were getting multiple vends out of 1 quarter. Instead of buying these machines off of Craigslist, I should have just bought them directly from the manufacturer and then researched that type of model on the internet, on YouTube, and figured out what the pros and cons were to see if it would work in my area. I did not do that, and I took the loss for it. I actually put one of those machines in a science classroom, and a lot of those kids who just wanted candy in the morning, they would abuse that machine badly. They would abuse that machine badly, and I would open up the coin slot and only see a few quarters in there. What I also didn't realize about my model of vending machines was that it was terrible at dispensing gumballs. I had a lot of unhappy customers because I put gumballs in the machine trying to save money, trying to get better profit margins. But the thing with this machine was, after every 5 vends, the gumball portion would just stop working. It was something with the physics of the machine and the mechanisms, but the gumball just kept getting stuck, they kept getting jammed, so people would put in a quarter, try to get a gumball, and nothing would come out. That doesn't look too good on my part. I would be constantly repairing these machines, going back in, fixing them, replacing the gumballs with other candy, spending my money, trying to fix everything. It would have all been avoided if I would have just done the research on my specific model ahead of time. You just gotta have a lot of patience. You can go 2 months without collecting a machine and be super hyped on your collection day. You can pull up and only find 2 quarters. What happened? Customers could have not liked the candy you put in your machine. You know, a worker at the location could have put the machine in the back to where no one could access it and then moves it back the day you come. Someone could have abused a faulty mechanism, like in my case, and got a bunch of free candy without actually paying. There's a lot of things that can go wrong, so you gotta have patience. And aside from patience, the only thing that will make you successful in the vending machine business is you gotta have a love for the game. The main reason I failed in vending is because I didn't love it that much. I profited, I had a lot of failures, but if I really, truly loved vending, I would be able to continue this business. If you are obsessed with your side hustle, losing 25 cents or fixing a faulty mechanism means nothing in the long run. Vending is an amazing starting business, and it tests your entrepreneurial skills, it tests your business mind, and I recommend you should do it. But if you want to succeed in vending, you have to truly love the entrepreneurship side of it. You have to truly love the hustle, because if you don't, and you experience a hardship like maybe a quarantine where all the businesses shut down, or you have to fix a machine, you fail, you're gonna quit. Like I said, I didn't love it enough, but I found other businesses that I did. Just keep testing, keep experimenting, and realize if you make a mistake in the vending business, it's not that bad because we're dealing with quarters. If you invest $1,000 into starting your vending machine business and you lose it all, it's not that big of a deal to make it all back. That's just a few weeks or months of hard work. So if you're on the edge, start your vending machine business and take into account everything I've said, find out if it's good for you, but just take some risks, experiment, find out what you love. You may not be doing vending for the rest of your life, but I think it's great to get started as an entrepreneur. From there, you'll connect with people, you'll find other like-minded entrepreneurs, and you'll find some more side hustles that you can try and test along the way and find out what you love best. But you're never gonna get to the place you want in life if you never even start. So get started. My name is Austyn Hustles. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more of these types of videos, please go ahead and subscribe right down here to let them know I have some of my older videos. Go ahead and check them out. Anyway, my name is Austyn Hustles. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'm out later.